Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Te Atiawa First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Goodness me, got a jackhammer going 2 doors down, dishwasher's going, the dryer's going. I do apologise for all the extra noises that are happening, so hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. What I want to have a look at in this first reading is, well, Jack Smith filed his brief the other day. Interestingly enough, it coincided with the solar eclipse on the 2nd, which is all about communication. But I have put on my community page a little blurb about the fact that Jack has filed it with a newspaper article. Online newspaper article, and in the comments section is the brief itself. Now, I did read yesterday, busy day yesterday. I got to page 24 of 165 pages. It is not in legalese language. It's really easy to read, and it is literally pulling all comments and statements made by Trump and Trump's camp and putting it in chronological order. Now, when I was looking, if I went right through towards the end, we were up to person 59, person of interest 59. This doesn't include the co-conspirators either. There's a whole list of co-conspirators. The DOJ, they have got witnesses coming out of their ears in regards to this who have spoken to them. Now, it's not hard to work out who's who. I mean, there's Rudy Giuliani, there's Jared Kushner, there's Pat Silapone. Sure I've pronounced that incorrectly. I mean, it's really, the redacted names basically say Chief of Staff, redacted name, Governor of Georgia, redacted name, Trump's son-in-law, redacted name. It's not hard to actually work out who these people are. Now, interestingly enough, when I went right to the last page, there was a CC to Molly Gabon. She is one of the lead prosecutors. I keep bringing up feminine energy for a prosecutor here, and I'm feeling that is Molly Gabon. So I'm going to have to note her name down somewhere where I can't miss it. So also, just very, very quickly, after I did my reading on the port strikes, one of my beautiful viewers said, "Do you realize that the union boss is a friend of Trump's?" And I started doing some Googling. Oh my goodness. Talk about entertainment only. A mafia thug was up on RICO charges a few years back, and surprise, surprise, the main witness ended up deceased in the boot of a car. So therefore the case was dropped. He earns, 900,000 a year, yet is supposedly representing people with his super yacht and his Bentley. There's photos of him meeting Trump at Mar-a-Lago, etc. There's something really, that's what the card said the other day, something really shady and dubious here. But I shall leave it like that. Don't get me wrong, I am totally pro-union. I am pro-union when it is for the workers. This dude, yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that before I get into too much trouble. So, back to the Jack Smith brief that was put in front of Judge Chutkan, and Judge Chutkan has decided to release it for your reading. Feel free to read it. It's actually really interesting. And if you get back up to page 161, it appears that the DOJ actually seized the phone that Trump was using and the computer as well on the day of January the 6th, as they have repeatedly said in the brief that Trump was acting as a candidate, an election candidate, and have very clearly pointed out that his actions were not in an official role of a president. So, and as I split this deck to start doing the reading, the abuse of power, the attempt to steal the election, the win at any cost, is going to completely erupt under Trump. It was on unstable ground. and it is going to, Jack Smith is blowing the top off this. Now, don't get me wrong, the rabid MAGAs, they're not going to change their opinion. It might swing a few middle voters, undecided. I mean, goodness me, how in the heck can you be undecided on this election? But let's have a look to see how it's going to affect Trump and how it's going to affect the election. So, what else have I noted down here? Well, the October surprise, there's always an October surprise. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, in other news, I'll stop shuffling for a moment. Mum is doing fabulous. The specialist has said, okay, stop chemo for a week and we'll see what's happening, because when she was first tested a month ago, just over a month ago, the cancer was about 54% of the marrow cells. They consider under 5% to be in remission. She's at 0.09%, so under 0.1% at the moment. So they've taken her off the chemo for a week to see what is happening, how the marrow will recover. We'll see how it goes. So absolutely fabulous. Still no neutrophils, which means she has no immune system. So we're still taking it very, very carefully, but very positive step forward. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale. I know I should be using my Trip and Wait Tarot, but I'm not. How is this brief going to affect Trump himself? Woo-wee, come on down. Apparently on Untruth Social, he is going off his banana, all caps, yelling caps, as if that's supposed to make it more realistic. Whatever. Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Sorry, 7 minutes of burbling. Okay, we've got the Chariot card as the initial card here. Movement forward, feminine movement forward as well. The Chariot can also mean chaos. So let's see how we go. So this is the signifier. This is the here and now. So moving forward, challenged by, there's that Five of Swords again, the abuse of power. On the base, we've got the undecided voter. I do not understand how anybody can be undecided in this election. I've seen a meme that says basically it's like being on an aeroplane and the aircrew come down and say, what would you like for dinner? Would you like the chicken marsala or the dog poop with glass in it? I don't understand how it can be undecided for anybody. But let's have a look. Okay, keep going. The challenge with moving forward of this is the exposure of this attempt to steal the election, this abuse of power. If you read the brief, Trump was setting the stage for this, and they were with his advisors planning what they were going to say and what they were going to do months before the election itself. So it wasn't even, oh, we lost the election, now what are we going to do? It was months beforehand. Okay, how's it going to affect Trump? His health is not good. His health is declining rapidly. Okay, in the past, the manipulation, no, don't need to question that. And crowning this reading is the mercenary actions, those that were paid to take particular steps, and literally just the mercenary actions of Trump in regards to this. A very interesting read, but his health is not good. The immediate future, he does not like what is on offer here. Well, so tough bickies is my attitude to that. Sulking, not wanting to accept it. We've got the toxic toadstools down the bottom here. Yeah, he's not. Okay, thank you. I'm getting that he's going off at his lawyers, telling them to do something. Well, quite what they're supposed to do, I don't know. But he's just, I do not accept this, do something about it. Okay. Externally, something new coming forward. Could be a feminine energy or just simply Russia. Russia, 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 Russia. Internally, having to defend himself. So there's something here about Russian talking points or Russian connections. Now, this is just the brief. I don't know that we've even seen everything that's to come out, but defending himself against the messaging that's coming forward about relationships, the hopes and fears, this contract and relationship is of this aggressive misogynistic energy. I don't say masculine, I say misogynistic because it is different. It's not male, it's a type of energy. He's declining in the rise of the feminine here. He's just finding himself more and more out of his depths. You've got the voter here. You've got the devil. Well, we know who that is. The money trail, skilled work behind the scenes, putting the last jigsaw puzzle in place, piece in place, and a moderation, a surrender, as this sort of truth can no longer be denied. And there we have the Tower and loss for Trump. Okay. Whoo-wee. My next question. Okay, on the base we've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Looking at what's the next card, the Queen of Wands, which is my card for Judge Chutkan, weighing up the evidence, weighing up the brief, Judge Chutkan. We have here the being restricted in bringing forth all the evidence, but we then have the Sun card, full illumination. So I'm wondering who is being restricted here. Is it the devil or is it Judge Chutkan? And here we have again a feminine energy bringing forward new evidence that will shine light. Okay, thank you. Thank you. What I'm getting is Judge Chutkan. She may ask for some more to be able to make a decision. And more is brought forward, and I think it's monetary more is being brought forward. Those that feather their nests are going to find complete and utter downfall with this sort of truth, as there is inflammatory information being brought forward about the Emperor. Okay, so the jackhammer going next door, I do apologise. Yeah, I'm actually getting that she's going to ask for more information, and it will be about the money trail, the payment. Okay, so how's this going to affect the voter? How is this? That was more about the brief itself and the brief going forward. How will voters react to this? How will undecided voters, Republican voters, how will they react to this information? I don't know that, in all honesty, I don't know that anyone's still undecided. They're just not telling, if that makes sense. I mean, if you lived in a MAGA area, you wouldn't be telling anybody that you were going to vote Democrat. How's this going to affect the voters? How is this going to affect the voters? Right, well, that one wanted to fling out. So this is Trump's poor health. Oh, the devil energy. So, okay, subversion of the truth is what I'm getting in this. How's it going to affect the devil? They're going to see. They're going to see that it was a subversion of the truth by this devil. My Russia card. There's a burden of information here. Judge Chutkan herself, bringing things to a close in a new cycle. There is this truth that's coming forward. The whistleblowers, I think it's the number of people, whistleblowers internally, the desire for a steady government, a desire to move on from this. But it's also the information about the mercenary actions. We've got the voters here themselves. Justice, I like that, weighing it up, wanting to move on, wanting to move forward, seeing things from a different point of view and manifesting their own future, moving on from this fading misogynistic, this abusive power energy into the light. So yeah, I do feel that bringing things to a close with the truth, the hidden agenda behind the scenes. And we've got secrets coming to the surface and being revealed on the bottom there. Secrets coming to the surface and being revealed. Yeah, I don't know that there's any undecided voters, but I do. It's just one of those making people more determined to vote him out. Okay, let's have a look. Is there more information to come out? Is there more info? I feel there's money information that hasn't been presented as of yet. Money connections. Show me. Show me. Is there more? Is Judge Tutkin going to ask for more for not those left there. Okay. For more information. I'll just do a big yes. Yes, she is going to ask for money information. Payment information. Guaranteed they've got it. For those that were involved, and it is not going to go well for them. On the base, we've got treason, betrayal. Yes, money secrets that they want kept hidden. It will be a crossroads moment in regards to this. We've got loss, despair, and heartbreak. The two major arcana and minor arcana death card for those that are involved. You've got the DOJ, have not yet brought forward everything that they know, shining a light on the snake in the path. And yeah, the information is going to be presented. The lying, the attempt to steal the election, about those that attempted to steal. We've got the treason, we've got the January the 6th, we've got certain individuals finding themselves entrapped by having received payment. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say Judge Chutkin. Why did Janet did a past life reading? I know it's Tanya, but I keep calling her Janet. Past life reading last week on her, and yes, she is a Janet, and yes, we did find who she was in that previous lifetime, although there's not a lot of information. So I'll just call her Judge Chutkin. So yes, she is going to ask for more information. Okay. Show me very quickly. How is Trump going to cope with this? Just a couple of cards. Trump himself. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that for another reading. I am going to ask whether it's just going to be a step too far because we've got karma, we've got Judge Chutkin, we've got the devil, we've got retreat on the base there. I am going to ask whether the GOP will get rid of Trump in regards to this. We'll have a look in a minute. Okay, catch you shortly.